YouTube! Got a guitar in here just in for a setup. I was actually given this a couple of weeks ago. My pal was round and I was actually asleep when he turned up, so I wasn't really very compos mentis, and he asked me just earlier on, he's coming over tonight, so have you have a look at the balaguer? I was like, I don't think I've seen that one. Yeah. It's in a case in your hall. Oh. So it did need a bit of a setup actually. It's not been touched from the factory. The truss rod was too straight. Now we've got a little bit of relief in it, and I've brought the action down from 2.5mm to 1.25, so I've half the action on it. So an American company. This is I didn't actually say where it's made. This is like an import version, so I don't know, Indonesia or something like that. Designed in Pennsylvania, probably built in South Korea, so it's Korean. Serial number B20364. I don't know. It looks brand spanking new. Whether it could be a 2020, I suppose, it could be 3 years old, never taken out the box sort of thing. It's still got a bit of plastic behind this volume control, which I'm going to take off because that sort of stuff really annoys me. So, what is it? It's a 2-humbucker hardtail. So, but sort of, there's something Telecaster looking about it. I'm seeing. I don't know where that's coming from. Is it because it's got a square edge here? Sort of Telecaster is sort of offset. Maybe the scratch plate's a little bit telly-ish. It's sort of offset. It's going to be 25.5-inch scale. A pretty sure. Indeed it is. So Fender scale. Kind of. It's a wee bit. I don't know. Maybe I just keep seeing it. Is it a wee bit? I've got the West Tone Thunder or something Matsumoto-y shaped somewhere. This bit somewhere. But what's a finish on it? It's just like a, what do you call it? Open pore. You can see it's like stained. It's really pretty. It's quite an interesting looking neck joint on it as well. So we've got, I'm going to say it's a rosewood fingerboard binding. It's got locking tuners. Are they branded locking tuners? They're not branded locking tuners, but it's got locking tuners on it. An angle back headstock. No scarf joint, no. So one piece neck with no scarf joint. With the angle back headstock. Black humbuckers. There's a push-pull coil split. Splits both of them. This looks like it could be a hip shot bridge, or it's a copy of a hip shot bridge. Kind of basic thing. Basically, it's not actually that different from the Yoshi up there. Like being hardtail, coil split, 2 humbuckers, strat scale. It's not really. It's a much more modern version. The neck on it's quite a modern one. I would put it kind of sort of like Schecter and LTD, which is, I know this the T-Gun likes those brands anyway. It's kind of that sort of thing, that kind of neck, like a big C. Yeah. So we're on. Been through the orange. We'll put reverb on since I'm playing clean. So that's your bridge. Single coily. Tens on it. Hard worker tens. Both pickups. Neck. I think I might bring that one up a little bit. I just had to lower the bridge pickup there because the string was hitting off it because I've lowered the action so much. This being the sort of second part of the setup process, doing a video on it and seeing, make sure it all works. Get a wee bit of a dirty switch. Bucker, neck. Bridge, bucker. humbuckers. Not one I normally stick on. Rat pedal, bit of distortion, bridge humbucker. Zeppelin, isn't it? Next. Single coil bridge. Select series. Go on, I'm trying to look at what the model number is. Actually, just lets me click on the thing that says it's a select series. That's the ones that aren't handmade in America. So yeah, I don't really know what to make of it. I mean, it's just well built. It's like a high end Korean guitar. It's like, you know, like a high end Schecter or something like that. It's basically it's that. Apart from it's this shape. I think is it a Tempest? Is there a Schecter that's not miles away from that? Something Firebirdy here, and then jazz, bassy, jazz mastery here. It feels big. It's not. I mean, I think maybe partly to do with because the headstock's bent back the way it feels longer than a Strat headstock, and I think maybe that distance there, that's very far away. I think maybe a Strat's a bit more. You know, the back of the body's kind of more here, so it's just like an extra inch or something on there. So it feels big the way jazz basses and Jaguars and Jazz Masters do, just to do with the shape. It feels a little bit big. Come on, I'm on the website there. I'm selecting, click the page, but my laptop's been a dick recently. It's really annoying. So I'm just trying to play some. That's the Delamo fuzz pedal, by the way. The other one was the Rat. I'm always using the Rat. Yeah, but so we're not. I will put in the title. What it is, it's just decided not to. My computer's decided to not. Maybe if I hit refresh, it'll actually do something. Not super impressed with this pickup switch. It's just dirty. I do have contact cleaner, but I'm not gonna. Just not gonna. No, you can't. There is no select series according to their website. Even though I looked it up earlier on, I will find it out before I put the name of this guitar in the title. I'm sure was it an Esprit, something like that. I can't remember. It feels how do I put it? It's kind of low down. I know it's on a strap, but it feels lower. Maybe it's because this is high. Is that what it is? This is quite high up for a guitar, which makes the neck feel further away, so it feels lower. You know, it's kind of quite a sleek thing. I'm not holding tune yet. I have just set it up and tuned it. So G. One more chance to try and actually click on their website, the Select series, which was working earlier on and has now decided not to work. So I mean, I'll be honest, I've never heard of this guitar brand before at all. When I heard it was a balaguer, I immediately thought it was going to be like a Revolti was the one, you know, like a kind of Italian-y thing. It's kind of sort of not unlike it. Is it maybe a little bit like, is there not a Squire, is it Mick Thompson from Slipknot? Has he not got a jazz master that's not 100 million miles away from this kind of thing with the black and the, it doesn't have a it's got gloss black pickups, which are quite, I like that. Better than the EMG black plastic covers. Quite, it's nice. So this would have been a longer video, but I didn't realise it needed stuff done to it. It's just like it goes again, even if you're paying like 800 quid or whatever it is it costs for a guitar, it might be set up, but still get it set up. I mean, it was playing alright, it just had high action, so just lowering it down and minor tweaks. You know, a setup is a setup, so if you've got a guitar that's playing at 75%, and then get a set up it's playing 100%, that's great. It's maybe not as much of a difference as in when I get a guitar in that doesn't work, so it's playing at no percent or 10%, you know, it's like, and then I can make it play at 100. So it didn't actually do that much, but again, it's one of those things, knowing what to hit with a hammer and when and how to hit it is what it's all about. You can, there's only so much you can do with you know, you can obviously look up stuff and work your way through, but you just kind of, just from having done so many guitars, it's like you're immediately, alright, oh, something not right, oh, nope. Just adjusted the things that needed adjusted. The frets are all good. No issues on it. I'm not getting any dead ones anywhere. I mean, for an 800 odd quid guitar or whatever it was, new, it's like, yeah, I would expect it to be. Actually, maybe a little bit like the ESP, the Limit LTD Phoenix. Doesn't look particularly like it, but when you're playing it, it's got a similar position, kind of like a machine gun sort of thing. It's a sort of, it's an interesting one. I mean, Ian has some amazingly bizarre guitars. I don't know much about it. They've got a website. Looking it up and it's showing you like the half a dozen people who've all got beards. So it's built by men with beards. Looking at it, all looking pretty smug with their beards while we're going up here making guitars. Beard. But again, I don't know the model number because the website's decided not to work. It worked earlier on, so I looked it up. I just can't remember what it's actually called. So I mean, I don't know if it's... Is it one I would choose? I don't know. One's not come up. It's actually good. You can see there. It's good. Look at that chamfer on the top. It's quite an interesting one. You can see it the way the light's hitting off it there. It's kind of like that. but then it's got a square here, so it's. Oh, see if this was like more like that. That's where the chamfer is. Maybe it's for duck, 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 you know, like you got it down, but this strap doesn't go any longer than this. But maybe that's because it's chamfered here rather than being here, so they're not thinking, oh, you're gonna have your arm there. You're thinking you're gonna have your arm there for the other heavy metal pedal. Big bottom into it. No reverb now. Yeah, so again, it's a bizarre one. Great guitar. Don't know exactly what to play on it. It's not. How do I know what to play on some other guitars? You know, just like as an approach like that. They're talking about the Yoshi again because it's new and it's a similar. It's a similar guitar, but that because it's 80s and maybe because I've got the one pickup one, it's like a pair that's just it's for 80s shred. You know, this does that, but I'm not getting the exact. I don't know. I'm thinking is it sort of grunge or something? Should I be playing Nirvana on it? I don't know if I can play any Nirvana. Actually, I was watching a film, Shoot 'Em Up, the other night, which is great fun, and it starts off with a Nirvana song and sort of Bleach that I used to really like. I can't remember it. I would definitely put it more in the rock / metal, not slash metal, rock metal side rather than the offset surfy thing, which it kind of looks a bit like. Is there maybe a is there not an Ibanez? Is an Ibanez Jet King not not a million miles away from this. Is there not a Charvel? Is it a Surfcaster? Not a million miles away from this. I don't know. Would it work as an upside downy? It sort of would. Kind of makes it seem a bit explorery, like an upside down explorer, or an upside down. Is it a reverse? Is it a Firebird? Sort of. I don't know. When you see it like that, this makes it look like a BC Rich Mockingbird, doesn't it? Somewhere. There's a BC Rich Mockingbird in that bit somewhere as well. So an amalgamation of lots of things. It's like, don't know how to relate to it, so I'm trying to paint things in that kind of reminds me of. But rocking guitar, cheers. That's it, set up and now working. The reason I haven't already scooshed it with the contact cleaner is because there's a wee red straw thing you can attach in it, which means that I don't get contact cleaner all over the top, which I don't know where that is. It's on the floor down there in a pile of shite. So it's there, I need to find that. I don't want to just scoosh it with the contact cleaner, I want to use the wee straw thing. And it'll just be a dirty pot. I'll turn the amp off. Rock on, catch you later.